Hello and welcome to our CAPL programming training. Today we are going to discuss about event procedures and we are going to see an example today. So let's start. If we click here in the CAPL introduction on event procedures, we have an overview. We have different categories. We have general event procedures, auto SRPDU, response to signal changes, and the specific bus event procedures. So let's take a look on general event procedures. Um, Here we have on little star. This means receipt of any message. So if you use this, basically this will access on every message which is output on the trace. Um, on envar, an environment variable changes each time an environment it's changed, it will execute the code on this event procedures. So the ideas of the event procedures and I think the most important part of CAPL programming are the event procedures because they allow you to directly access the signals and environments in the real-time measurement. So this is the most the biggest advantage of CAPL programming. So on system variable change on sysvar, right? So this is how we use it. On we have examples. On sysvar io die 0, we take this keyword refers to the value of the sysvar on the event procedure, and basically when the value of this sysvar is changed, we'll give the value to the other sysvar, this IO value sysvar. So this is how we use this on sysvar. On key, so when we press a key, when we press key A, we output message MSG. Or on key star, this means that basically we uh, any key. So at any key pressed, it will be executed this code. And here they use a switch this key, and if the key is A, then we do something. If the key is F10, we do another thing. In CAPL, the different keys have to be called as follows. Those are not supported, and those keys have how basically here it's how do you write those in on key event. Honestly, I didn't use those, but it's good to know because you don't confuse them. Usually I just use the keys 1, 2, 3, 4 or A, B, C, D and so on in the code. We have more examples here. So it shows you here how they are using on key Shift F3. So basically, if you Shift F3, you want to use this combination. This is how you use the event procedure. So we have, yeah, those the on key will be useful. So stick to it. On timer, it's very useful. As I said, I didn't use much the timing functions in CAPL, but on timer I use it often, so it's very useful um, to define time events. When this event occurs, a certain period of time elapses. So we use on timer. Basically, you can send a cyclic message if you want, or do a cyclic instruction or whatever you want. We have the timer, which is timer based on seconds, and millisecond timer, which is timer based on milliseconds. So you have some example. Or you have the class timer and millisecond timer, and here we have some functions which are related to those classes. The set timer function, okay, so this is how you start the timer with the set function, and of course, just a little bit to go back on event procedures. General ones on timer, and we have set timer, and the cancel timer function, which is very useful to stop the timer. So maybe if you want to stop it, you use the cancel timer function. So this is how you use it. Let me find it here. Here. Okay, so you start the timer, you have the timer here, set the timer again, and cancel timer. We'll go deeper in those details when we have some examples with on timer, but now I just wanted to show them so you know. Okay, we have on signal update, and on signal receipt of a signal, signal change, on pre-start, on start, on pre-stop, on stop measurement. On start can be useful because when you start the measurement, you maybe want to do something and you just do it automatically. You don't need to do it in another way. Okay, so those are some general event procedures. We have here events of measurement system, not so important. Sorry, I cannot use the back because I'm full screen, and yeah, I'm just trying to go back like this. CAN event procedures Ethernet. We have the Ethernet event procedures. Here we have, I think the most used will be on Ethernet packet, right? So you will stick to this and you will use it. It's not in the scope of this training, but yeah, um, it's good to know about it. And what we'll use most in our training, they are the CAN event procedures. Those I wanted to find. So we have the event procedures here. Basically, they are included in the CAPL functions. You can find them here, event procedures. Um, so on error frame, occurrence of an error frame, on message, receipt of a CAN message, on signal, it's called with every signal change. On signal change is the same. It's called every signal change. On signal update, it's called with every signal received. On bus off, when the controller goes to bus off. On error active, error passive, yeah. Which is the most important? It's on message. So on message with star, basically it means that it will be executed on each receipt of a message. So when all the messages are sent on bus, this code will be executed. So basically this what this code does, it outputs again the messages on the trace. So if you send a message on the trace, this will take the message and output it again with this keyword this. Um, Here we have on message CAN 1, so this refers to all the messages on CAN 1, on all the messages on CAN 2. You can do it like this, or on message 1 to 3 reacts to message. This is the standard identifier, the ID of the message, or you can use the name of the message on message engine data. So when the engine data message is sent on the bus, you will execute the code beneath the event procedure. What I want to specify here is the priority. So if you use in the same file this one with the star, this one with CAN1, and let's say use this one with the specific message ID. The most prior will be this one because this will be executed first, okay? So this is prior one, the first which will be executed. After this one, the CAN channel will be executed, and this is the last one. So this is a priority because you will have a lot of events, yeah, right, on the bus, and this is how the program will work. This is just, yeah, to know how it works. Okay, so here I have the CAN event procedures, and I think one thing I want to show you. Let me go back here, the keyword, this, okay? So this is important. You saw it. Basically, what this means. Within an event procedure for receiving a CAN object or environment variable, the data structure of the object is designated by the keyword this. So if you use this Here, for example, this refers to the environment variable value switch. Okay, so you can access the value of this variable using the this keyword. I think this is like in other object-oriented programming languages. So yeah, it should not be an issue to understand it. Okay, this is the theoretical part of the environment variables. I have here an open file, the can message.can created. Here you can access them if you want for the can on message or system event handling on star on key. So just click on this and you have it. Let's see some examples. We are going to try to send on bus one can message using the on key in, event handling. I will open here the canoe. For this example, if you want to do it with me, you need to have a canoe license and the canoe installed. This is canoe 15 installed on my PC, but you can use other version. I'm using the demo configuration from here from can general system configuration. This is can system demo config. So I'm going, in order to be able to send a message, I am going to add here a node in the simulation setup. Right click here, insert network node. You see here I have the ECU9, right click, configuration. I go to file, and already here in the system demo I created a can message.can. If you don't have it, you just write here the name and open. So it will automatically generate the file and add it here. And when you click OK, you will see the file name here in the ECU. If you want to edit, just click on the crayon and the file will open. This is won't use. This is what we are going to use. Okay. So here I'm going to define my message. I will use the debug message. Be careful here. I'm using this because the other are sent by the bus, by the interaction layer. So if you go here in the analysis, oh sorry, in the comfort, this is the trace comfort, which is on can 1. So you see that, for example, those messages are already sent by the REST bus, by the interaction layer. So the code I'm going to write here cannot overwrite those messages until I deactivate them in the interaction layer. Unfortunately, here you don't have the panel to deactivate, so it's more complicated to do it. So I will choose another message, not one of those, in order to don't have issues. So that's why I took the debug message one. This is not sent cyclically, and we can easily play with it for our example. So I'm going to declare here the message. For this, I'm going to use the message type, and here I have the message from database. It's important to put, you can put the name, or of course you can put ID, which is 100. And here I'm going to define my name of the message, debug, let's say 1. Every time I'm going to use this name instead of this one. This is the reserved name from the database, and this is the name I give to it in order to use it in my code. So we are going to create an event handling on key. Here in system, if you right click, new event handler, you have on key. So if I click on this, automatically it will generate my structure. Here I will put the key M, okay? And in order to send a message, the first thing I need to is define the DLC. I will change, I think, the DLC, it doesn't matter. I will copy the name of the message to use it. And I will use the selector DLC. which we discussed in the other videos, and let's put it 5, the length of the message. This means that my message will have 5 bytes. The maximum length on a normal CAN, on low CAN, is 8 bytes on a message, okay? And I will start to add my data on the message. This is direct access of the bytes, so I don't access the signals, right? For accessing the signals, data 1, it's a signal here, we'll use other functions. But now I just want to use the selectors of the message. Here I'm going to put, let's see, 0A, and I will copy this and use the same for all the other bytes. So this will be byte 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? Because we start from 0. Now I define the message length, and I define the message data, and I will output the message on the bus. Output. So I saved the code. I don't need to compile, but let's do it to be sure that we do not have errors. And I will start my simulation from here, and if I hit the key M, I will see my message here, okay? So every time I hit the key, you can see the time incrementing. It appears in different time frames. I can put here a filter on the message and toggle the display mode, and you can see the message how it's coming, okay? Okay, for each time I press the key M. So this is how the event um, on key works. Let's do it another example on key N. I will use the same message, just put the DLC. I want to increment, let's say, just increment the first byte of the message, just for fun, okay? I will do a 4 here, from 1, lower and equal than 10, E++, it's the same as in C. Let's put here the brackets. Yeah, I think I cannot do this here. Sorry, I will do it here. So it does not let me. Sorry, this was the issue. No, it lets me. It should let me or not. Let's see what it's wrong here. No, I think it's better to have it here defined in the variables. For e equal to 1 until 10, we'll just put here the value of e. So basically, we have different scenarios, right? When I hit the key M, I get those data on message debug, and when I hit the N key, I will get this one. Let's test our code. So for N key, you can see something is not right. Just a second. No, I think I need to wait. Okay, again. It should send. Sorry. Here is the error. So you need to debug your code. Basically, I outputted only the last message, but I want to output them all. So I forgot to put the output in the for loop. So that's why I just put the 0A, right? The last one, which was iterated. Okay, and if we start again, press N key, you will see the message sent 10 times with the first byte incremented, right? So yeah, that's it. This is the idea on how to use the on key event handling. Yes, in the next videos we'll go further with more examples on event handling, how to send messages, more messages on how to react on message sending. Um, Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and see you soon.